So the first ones are these little molds. They are so cute and they make really great little molds. Now you can sell them just made out of resin-crete and paint your own. And I've done a video on that already and they go really well as a kit. And I'll link that video at the end of this one if you want to check it out. If you want to sell them pre-made as resin, it's so easy to do. And all I do is fill them up with, well, I'll show you. So these ones I just prep with a little bit of mica powder before I pour into them. So for instance, I will put some white. I'm using a micro brush here and I will link everything that I use in the description below. So don't worry about that. You will be able to get hold of it really easily. And then if you want to just clean that up a little bit, take a damp baby wipe and just wipe over the edges as well, and that'll clean them up really well. And then on the outside of that, I'll make the hat red. I'll give him some black gloves and some black feet. Tap that out to get rid of any excess, and then I'm ready to fill it with resin, and I'll do the whole set like that. So that's those three with the details in for the actual resin pour, and I'll put those to one side. So pour all the resin at the same time, and then I can mix it all up and do it. Now the next one is this Rudolph like milk cup holder. I love this, and it always sells out really well. And I don't actually do too much with this. All I do is the eyes, because the rest of it is done with the actual resin itself. So I put some black on the eyes, and then I take a baby wipe and I remove some from the middle. So I've got the black in the middle of the eyes, and then where I've cleaned that black out, I add some white. Then I just take a wipe and clean up all around the edges of those eyes. And then the rest of that will be done with colouring the resin. So these ones I normally turn into little tags, and I'll show you how I do that at the end. And I actually really don't do anything special with these, although you could if you wanted to. But these ones I do also paint the inside of them, and this one I like to do all this a gold or a black, and so it looks like nighttime. These are all ready now and I can pour my resin in. I did get carried away with this one in the end, and I did them a gold face, some bronze ears, and because I'm going to put white mica powder in the resin when I mix this up, then the antlers will be white. Oh, and I did around his nose a little bit red. I think it'll be cute. Now I'm going to be using the J Diction 3x UV Protect for this. It's a great resin. It's the ideal consistency as well for what I want to do. I love this resin. It is brilliant price, brilliant quality. So check it out. I'll link in the description below, and if I've got a discount code, I'll link that as well. So I've got my resin all mixed up now, and the first thing I'm going to do is put some mica powder into it, and I'm going to use the white mica powder, and I want this to be opaque, and so mixed in really well, and then opaque once it's finished being mixed in. And now that's opaque, what I'm going to do is add some white glitter in it. Now most of this will just disappear, but what it will do is it will sink down and give a little bit of sparkle as and when the light hits the items. So you won't really see it all the time, but it will just give that an extra sparkle. So I've mixed that all up now with the glitter, and I've started to pour it into this one. I poured it in nice and slowly, and now I'm just letting it fill up all these antlers. And there's no actual colour in these antlers other than what I've used in this resin. So I want to make sure that they're completely full, and then I can top that up and it will keep flowing into those antlers until they're full. And now I can just move that to one side and leave that for a few minutes. Then I'll go over it with a long neck lighter, and then I'll leave it to cure. And now these other ones, all I'm going to do is pour in the resin that I've got mixed up here and fill these all up, and that will then pick up those colours and give a great final effect. And I'll also do the same with this one, but I may add some additional colours to this one to be able to just make them a different kind of set. Well, these are all cured now and ready to be demolded. And these are a really great seller, and you can make some great money on these because you can use this little mold, and any leftover resin you can just keep putting in there and then keep making them. So they cost you nothing to make. And I'll show you how I upsell these in a second, because it really does make a massive difference. And the little gnome has come out beautiful. I love the way these come out, and just taking that little bit of extra time to go in there with the mica powder really does make a difference, and I think these come out great. And again, you can either have these as little ornaments around, or I tend to drill a hole through them, and I'll show you what they look like finished off for the hanging on the tree. And the bell, look how sparkly that is. I love a bit of sparkle. You can't say that's not sparkly. And again, these are really easy to do. Adding the glitter to the mica powder really makes that sparkle lovely. And on that one, it just says Merry, and the little star inside has got gold edges. And I'll also tell you what I sell these for as well once I've finished them all off at the end. And the snowflake one is always popular. I've been making these for years. I think it's because people wished that there was snow available for them. And then this one is the largest one. And this is a bit more of an investment for people, but they do tend to like them and buy them, and then they use them year after year. So that's how that's come out. Look how great that comes out using different colors. Again, a lovely finish. And I'll tell you how much I sell those for as well. I nearly forgot to show you this one. It's always a little bit more fragile, this one, because it's quite a delicate little mold. And I do tend to leave it laying flat for a couple of days to ensure that it's fully cured. But that comes out really well. I always thought that was a cat, but someone a while back told me, no, don't be silly, it's a fox. But that, again, comes out really pretty. And especially with the different colours and things on it. So these are easy to put together. All I do is drill a little hole in them and make some cards. And this is just Christmas card or Christmas scrapbooking card. I cut it up, cut the corners off round and put a little hole in it. They cost next to nothing. Take a bit of ribbon, tie a little knot in it. And I like to have the knot facing me when I thread it through, because then that means the knot will appear at the top of the actual thing. I then thread that through like that into there and push that in there like that, and then pull it tight. You get the little loop over there, and then you get the bit onto there. I normally sell these in packs of 9, which is how many come on this. I just find it easier. I make up lots of cards in one go. In an hour, I can make up probably about 200 of them. I sell them in packs of 9. As you'll agree, they do look nice. They just uplift a tag a little bit more that you're going to put on a gift. I sell these for about £5, which is about $5.75 in American dollars for 9. And they really do go quite well. You can make more of the cards if you want. You could put glitter on them and all different things, but I haven't found that to be necessary. And I just pop those in a little cellophane bag and sell them like that. And they really are great best-selling gifts, and they're so easy to make. So these are all finished now, and I've added some string to them. Never ever underestimate the value that it adds, oddly enough, to decorations by just adding a really simple, cheap bit of string. Honestly, it makes all the difference. I found if I didn't add the string to them, they weren't great sellers. As soon as I added the string to them, they were selling straight away, because people knew exactly what they were for and they didn't have to do anything with them. So never underestimate the value of just finishing them off. I sell these for £6 each, which is approximately $7. And if they want to buy the whole set of these, so if they want to buy all 3, I let them have them for £5 each rather than £6 each. And they sell really, really well. And this one I sell for about £4 normally. There's not a great deal of work that goes into that one, and it's still a really good profit. And people do like it. They like it a lot. And the final piece, this one, I sell for £25. I think it's well worth the £25. There is work that goes into it, but also it is a big piece and people like them. I do sometimes customize them and put different sayings on here using my Cricut, like Merry Christmas or looking forward to Santa or Santa stop here or things like that. And they do sell really well. So I hope you found that really useful, and it's given you some inspiration on things to make and sell for Christmas. These are always my go-to best sellers, and I always make sure I've got plenty of these available whenever I go to my Christmas craft fairs, because I know they will sell without any problems at all. Move that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you check out the video that's coming up next on how to price up your items. I think you'll really find that one useful if you're planning on selling things. Links to everything that I've used are in the description below, and if you'd like to buy me a coffee, that link's in the description below as well. Take care, enjoy your resin. Bye.